Hello, my name is Chris Novak, and this is my project 3 for MMI 503, the Reverb project. And so our task was to implement the spin semiconductor reverb tank or loop. So that was the first stage of my project, which I got a decent result out of. I was able to take the outputs, the LSUM and RSUM, out of different spots in the delay line itself. So I was able to do that. And then, so on top of that, what I added was at the input, I added an all-pass filter. Well, the first thing, right after the inputs, I added a low-pass filter and then an all-pass filter for diffusion. And then then it goes into the tank at each of the 4 spots. The outputs, LSUM and RSUM, are then summed together, right, and then each LSUM and RSUM are put through 2 parallel low-pass clone filters. And after that, they go through another low-pass filter, and then finally a diffusing all-pass filter at the end. And so here you can see all the knobs that are used to kind of calibrate everything and set up all the delays and gains and outputs. But for the GUI and the user interface, it's just 4 knobs here. You got the reverb time, which is between 0 and 0.90. Just no units there. It's just the longer it is, the more reverb. Wet dry, which is percentage 0 to 100. Input bandwidth, that's the bandwidth of, or the G value of the input low pass filter, and then the output damping bandwidth, which is the G value of the output, the 2 output filters on the left and the right. And so now let's take a listen with this one of my presets that I think sounds the best. Take a listen to this slow groove. Reverb time. Let's try. Then we can kind of damp the input. That sounds pretty good. Bypass it. And this can go all the way up. Same here. All the way down. And then let's show a different sample real quick just to get another gauge of it. So yeah, that's the extent of my reverb. Hope those examples were a good demonstration of what it can do. Last, we'll just look at the impulse response real quick. Turn these down here, and then pull up the impulse response. Controls, graphics, IIR. Then make this 1,000. Then turn up the wet dry. I'm gonna turn it up here because it updates better if I turn it up here instead of in the GUI. So yeah, you can see a pretty thick impulse response. If I change these, it'll change with these. Gets a little smaller, then I can increase the reverb time like that, or kind of beef it up a little bit with these. There you go. A good thick reverb for 100 milliseconds length. And so yeah, that's my project. Thank you for watching.